Thanks, Leslie. On today's Money Watch, we all know debt is bad, but it turns out some debt is actually worse than others. Certified Financial Planner Joe Bert, the Oracle of Orlando, is here to break it down for us. And Joe, welcome back. Good to see you again. So, what are the 5 worst kinds of debt? Now, is there such a thing as good debt?
There can be, but let's talk about what those debts are. First of all, we have student debt, okay? We have credit card debt, mortgages, car loans, and the IRS.
All right.
5 major kinds of debts that you could, but there's other kinds, but those are the 5 major ones.
All right, well, let's go through them one at a time. Student loan debt.
Yeah, the problem with student loan debt is generally easy to get. And
very easy.
Right, and that's a big problem today. There's about $1 trillion of outstanding debt, and the problem is that kids get the loans, and then they get in the workforce, they find they don't have enough income to pay the loans, and then you can get into trouble. Now, if you can get a decent job and start paying those off, that credit card payment or that debt payment will help you with your credit score.
Yeah, you've been saying for a long time now that the student loan debt crisis could end up being bigger than the
real estate. Yeah, exactly.
So we got to be careful with that. All right, credit card debt. And by the way, I've been told by Lauren to mention to her mom, Trish, that she needs to be taking notes.
Listen up, Mom.
I'm just saying.
Well, now she's coming to Orlando. She's got to help our economy. So I'll spend a little money, Trish.
So let's talk about credit card debt.
Sure. Credit card debt, once again, is very easy to get for most people. You get those solicitations. Oftentimes, I don't know when your kids or perhaps, no, you don't have any kids in college yet, but I did. You had
don't age me yet.
Okay, you had the free easy credit cards. You know, real easy credit card solicitation. You get them at home. Easy to get. The problem with it is that credit card interest rate 15, 18, 21% sometimes.
All right, mortgage debt in some ways can help you.
Oh, very much so.
If you're responsible with it in the long run.
I think the problem is when people get that mortgage debt, they forget when you get that house, you have other obligations. You got taxes, you have insurance, you have maintenance, all those things. And there's about 9 million people that are still underwater on their mortgage. You don't want to overextend when you buy that house, but it's very good if you have a good track record of paying that mortgage debt. It'll really help your credit score.
We all know the old saying about only 2 certain things in life, death and taxes. So let's talk about tax debt now.
The IRS is one that's very, very difficult to walk away from, and the IRS could put a lien on your property, and they're first in line for anything. So you'd never want to get behind with the IRS.
What about your car? Because it's really hard to get a car these days. I guess you can buy an old jalopy.
You can buy an old jalopy, or you've got the, car payments.
Lauren's laughing at that.
The problem with it is, if you buy a new car, the minute you drive it off the showroom, it's gone down in value, and unfortunately, many people don't realize that. I drive a used car by design. I buy used cars. I want to save the depreciation, but because the credit's so easy when you buy a car, often people overextend on a car, and they get the 5-year, 6-year payment schedule, and oftentimes the cars, you're ready to get rid of it after 4 or 5 years.
And a lot of people make the mistake of thinking of a car as some type of investment, but it absolutely is not.
Car is not an investment. Your swimming pool is generally not an investment. Your RV, your boat, definitely not an investment.
So debt, you have to be really, really careful about. It is one of the dirtiest 4-letter words out there.
It can be a good thing if you use it wisely, but if you abuse it, it can really wreck your financial life.
All right, Joe, great to see you as always.
You too, Tom. Thank you.
Lauren?
All right, Michael.